Breaking news! Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness has issued a bold and unshakable warning to the world. Jamaica will protect its own borders. Holness sends a strong message directly to Donald Trump and his administration, making it clear that Jamaica is not a weak pawn in global politics. No outside force will dictate Jamaica's security, but that's not all. Holness has also declared war on criminal entities threatening the peace and stability of Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. We will not tolerate this any longer. Is this a game-changing move for Jamaica's future? Is the Prime Minister preparing the country for something bigger, something like BRICS? Stay tuned, because in just moments, we will show you Holness' powerful speech, one that could change Jamaica's destiny forever. But before that, smash that like button to help this video reach every Jamaican worldwide. Let's push this through the algorithm and make our voices heard. Comment below. Do you support Holness' strong stance? And subscribe now because we see that you are a returning viewer, so subscribe to support the movement and help us reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers.
And Europe facilitate arms smuggling, as do their linkages with elements in the neighboring Dominican Republic. Moreover, armed groups in both Haiti and the DR have strong connections to and receive weapons and narcotics from cartels and militant groups in Latin America. Over the past 5 years, South American and Mexican cartels have made inroads into once peaceful countries like Ecuador, making links with local gangs, causing a sudden explosion in homicides. Now, the homicide rate in countries like Ecuador is exceeding 40 per 100,000. That is unprecedented in their context. But to bring this discourse back home for a moment and for a reality check, that level of violence has been normalized in Jamaica for at least 3 decades. The point of highlighting these regional challenges and reiterating the external forces through which firearms enter Jamaica is not to absolve us of responsibility or to cast blame on other countries for enabling the threat we now face. I have never been one to ask others to take responsibility for my problem. And we have not conducted our security policy in this way. We have to be brutally honest with ourselves. We have not placed the effort and resources behind strengthening our security apparatus to ensure that illegal guns don't make it, as they say, across our borders. And we can't conduct our security policy depending on another country to secure our borders for us. For too long, we have been ineffective in putting in place the measures at our airports and our seaports to properly scan our containers, to put in place a well-developed and robust integrity mechanism for those persons who operate security at our ports, for putting in place the radars necessary to have domain awareness and control of vessels coming into our waters, to track the vessels in our waters that may be illegally carrying weapons and other contraband. Since I've been chairing the National Security Council, our security policy has been to take responsibility for our own security. Make the investment in a maritime patrol aircraft, and we're going to make the investment in a second one. Make the investments in our offshore patrol vessels, which we have built out, and we're going to make more investments in that. Make the investments in our radars, which we have done. Now, we're going to make a significant investment in ensuring that we have all the scanners in our ports, so that a higher percentage of containers and goods coming into Jamaica can be appropriately scanned. We have given a directive to the Customs Agency to ensure that there is through various public-private partnership modalities, that there is a full rollout of all the scanners we need for all our formal ports of entry. We will take responsibility for stopping the illegal guns coming into Jamaica. As I've said, casting blame is neither productive nor a solution. It offers the illusion of action while displacing accountability, allowing those with power to escape responsibility. My intent is to ensure that Jamaica takes its own security in its own hands. Now, having said that, the theme is inherently about cooperation. But, you know, as they say, one hand can't clap. But if you have one hand in your pocket and the other one out, it's still not going to clap. Right? So we have to bring all hands to the table. And you can't come to the table with the hand necessarily outstretched as a mendicant or a beggar. You have to come to the table with all the muscles in your body ready to work. And that is how Jamaica is coming to the global cooperative table. As a strong, independent nation, looking to play its part and taking responsibility for its own destiny and not depending on anyone else to protect us or save us. So Jamaican gangs do not exist in a vacuum demarked by our borders. They constitute one sector of a regional network of criminal organizations that strengthen each other through cooperation and trading in arms, drugs, and, yes, intelligence. The gangs trade in intelligence. It has been said that Latin America and the Caribbean is the most violent region in the world that is not at war. And with respect, I would say that this is a fallacy. Countries in this region may not be at war with each other. But believe me when I tell you, countries in this region are at war. They are at war with gangs. They are at war with transnational criminal organizations. I mean, Ecuador declared a state of internal conflict. We are under an illusion. And that illusion will only allow the threat of the criminal enterprise, which we euphemistically call a gang, to grow to the level where one day we wake up and realize that we have allowed a monster. Well, thankfully, I have never been under any illusion in this regard. And Jamaica will never be threatened to the point of instability of the state by gangs, if I have anything to do with it.
Could this be Holness' first major step towards securing Jamaica's future in a shifting world order? With BRICS expanding, many Jamaicans are pleading for the government to make the move. This latest security crackdown could be Holness proving that Jamaica is ready to stand on its own without Western interference, a stronger, independent nation, ready for economic power moves. What do you think? Is Jamaica preparing for BRICS, or is this just a coincidence? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and click subscribe to see what comes next.